You don't have to master code. Everyone can be a prompt engineer to unleash potential of different AI models out there. Prompt engineering is not a standalone skill, but you have to combine it with other different technical skills like digital marketing, or let's say you have an ability to develop a system as a full stack engineer, then prompt engineering can be a useful skills to maximize and enhance your work. So we're going to discuss everything about prompt engineering and how you can utilize this knowledge to efficient your work, regardless of your work field, like in you either you're in creative field, enhancing your work during this AI era. So let's get off to the material. So basically, what is prompt engineering? So imagine telling AI exactly what you want and actually getting it. Like let's say you can tell AI to generate A, B, C, D, and you have a clear picture about what results you will get in your mind, and that you can get exactly the same results from your AI model that you are using. That is what we call as prompt engineering. It's the art of crafting effective input to get the results as expected before. It's not coding, and it does not require you to be able to understand Java or C or anything else. It's more like being a super communicator between your mind and the AI model that you are using. So crafting effective input basically can help you to get the desired results from. So when you don't guide the AI model that you are using clearly, you get weird, fake, or even biased response, which is it's something frustrating for most of us when using. So this is why a good prompt removes the guesswork and puts you in control, preventing any biased results or irrelevant response from the prompt that you inputted in your AI model. What are the differences between meh output and wow prompt? The key here is the prompt that you are using. The better you prompt, the more aligned and the accurate the response will be. So let's say in digital marketing, prompt engineering lets you automate most of your repetitive tasks and generate content ideas faster and make better decisions. All of it lead to higher conversion and sales, which is our goal. So let's look at this example. This is the real world prompting that most people do when using ChatGPT. So I take an example here from ChatGPT. So let's say you want an Instagram caption. So this is the bad example of prompt, which is not providing the detailed information about what should be discussed, what should be included in the response. I know that you don't want to waste your time in typing a long and confusing prompt, but it's not supposed to be like that also. So instead of writing only these three words prompt, you might try the good one. That is, see the difference? The second one gives AI context and a clear target. That's what prompt engineering is all about. So this is the good structure of prompt, minimum requirements of prompt that when you're using an AI model. But it actually does not have to be the same exactly like this one. There is certain condition when you don't need to follow this comprehensive structure of prompt. So we are going to discuss it later. Okay, back to the topic. So start with context understanding. So it tells the GPT model or AI model what is your background, your current situation, and what is the specific goal you want to achieve by going through this prompt. Then you should define the role. So in this example, I tell supposed to be someone that you believe it's an expert that excels at doing this work. Then furthermore, you can add an example if needed, or when you want the AI model to follow specific format, then you can include this. And this one is going to be the core or the main purpose of your prompting process. That is the comment or task. It tells what specific task they should perform when after getting a clear understanding about the topic. Then it should be followed by the format. Several examples of this format is like in a paragraph format or a point list format. Yeah, it completely depends on your needs. And then the last one is actually optional, but it would be better if you want more specific and detailed response and more accurate response. So basically, it's like you're telling the AI model any question. And then these are the most common mistakes to avoid when doing prompt. The first one is too vague, like give me some tips. Yeah, no clear and specific information about what and how they should respond or the context of your prompt, your task that you give to them. And then the second one is overloading tasks. Keep in mind that AI model is not that good in working on multiple tasks in one go. So, for example, write my website copy and an email template to be delivered to my boss. Maybe the AI model will respond to your task, do these two tasks, but the result will not be that good, and it's highly not recommended. So instead of doing like this, try to break your prompts into focused specific requests or one specific request. In a nutshell, one task at a time for better results. So you can watch the second part of my videos to better understand good structure of prompt and several mistakes to avoid. And then moving forward to the third part, that is the LLM control. First one is output length. In a nutshell, it's the way you control its response. You don't want AI writing a novel when all you needed was a short and brief caption, right? Use phrases like keep it under 150 words or give me 3 bullet points to limit the output size. And then the second one is sampling parameters. Sampling is how you tell the AI how flexible or creative it should be. This is where temperature, top K, the term of temperature, top K, and top P come in. And we'll break those down in the upcoming part. So in the fourth part, we're going to discuss about the sampling technique. This helps you to provide better results and more desired responses from your AI model. So what is sampling? AI models like ChatGPT basically don't always give you one fixed answer. They tend to provide beyond what they are assigned. They generate responses by predicting like the next words based on a probability and maybe like some additional information that is relevant to the core or the main task. That they generate responses by predicting the next words based on the probability. They tend to go beyond the core or the main task that you just assigned to them. So basically, these are the three key indicators when we're working on this sampling technique. And that's why sometimes the same prompt gives different outputs. The first one is temperature. It describes the variety of words employed in the response. Think of it as a creative slider. Low temperature means safe and boring response like meh. And high temperature means wild and fun responses. So let's say you might try use 0.2 for facts and 0.8 plus for brainstorming. And then the second one is top K. Basically, this is the variety of keywords used in the response, and it leads to the relevancy of the keywords that is going to be used in the response. And it can be beneficial for better optimizing your SEOs for website or social media. So basically, this tells the AI only pick from the top K most likely next word. It indicates more relevant or specific term related to the topic. The top K here means tighter control, and then the lower K, it provides more precise SEO keywords. If you want to try to include different keywords in your response, then you should go with the higher K. And then the last one is the top P. It describes how confident is the LLM model with the provided response. So instead of a fixed number, top P chooses words until the AI feels 90% sure about the next choice. So it sounds more natural, more human, and it's adjusted based on what it feels, right? So when to use this sampling indicator for precision and more accurate response, then you should go with the low temperature and low K level. On the other hand, if you want more creative results, then you should go with higher temperature and higher P level. Moving forward to the prompting technique. So this is the technique of prompting based on different formats. The first one here is zero-shot prompting. I often say this as quick prompting. It directly gives the task to provide faster and quick results, instant results, and it's great for most of small tasks. So for example, in the zero-shot prompting, you can say, summarize this post in one sentence. You don't have to describe the context, understanding the preface or include certain persona, since you only want is AI model to perform one specific task. Yeah, basically everything for small things that don't need specific guidance. Then moving forward to the second one, that is the one-shot prompting. Use this one-shot prompting if you need it to mimic a certain style or tone and give an example. And it's perfect for paraphrasing or repeating tone like email templates or writing daily, like for your daily agenda. And then the last one is the most specific one, the most accurate one, that is the use case breakdown. and it's great for blog posts or scripts like this one. Go with few short prompting. For example, I would say give 2 until 3 examples, define your tone, structure the format, and it helps the AI model to get the full vibe of what you're aiming for. And then the last one, that is the chain of thought. Chain of thought is basically the flow of the AI model to think over the task, or we can say, or I often say, like it's a kind of the flow of algorithm. So basically, these are the 2 most common formats of chain of thought. The first one is self-consistency prompting. So it asks the AI to try multiple angles. So example, give me 3 different ideas for a YouTube hook, then pick the best one. So in this self-consistency prompting, it compares its own work and improves over time. And then the second one is the more comprehensive one, that is the tree of thought. This is prompt engineer for decision makers. Step by step to implement this tree of thought is to tell the AI to give multiple options, predict the outcomes of each, and then they have to compare it and then decide which one is the best one, is the most relevant one. So the analogy for this one, it's like solving a puzzle and you test different paths and then choose the fastest route one. That is what tree of thought or theory does. It simulates reasoning. Anyway, I have developed a set of library consisting of these tree of thought prompt templates, which you can use it for your daily purposes. So if you want my custom theory templates, then just click the link in the description box below and they'll save you hours.